This is chapter 5 of the story Found in Space, Lost in Time. The title of the chapter is Harnessing Zah. As the effects of nausea were stabilized and the dialogue began to develop between the various stakeholders within the scientific and Balnasir's communities, Sotsi pressed forward with his pioneering research. Sotsi slowly amassed more and more special materials through experimentation with nausea. Knowing that this process required significant amount of energy, he converted the first quantities of essence into fuel that powered the beam. With careful planning and calculation, he extracted and converted materials useful to further expand the ship, develop the tools, and increase the energy level of the beam. With a much stronger beam and unlimited energy resources, Sotsi experimented with different beam energy levels. He tested pulse forms and tried a broad range of frequencies. Seeking to maximize nausea extraction, he stumbled upon another essence that he thought must be only fiction. Another form of essence was purged out of the black hole at a low pulse frequency between 1 and 1.67 Hz. It was very bright, emitting a wide spectrum of light, appearing blindingly white to the eyes. It touched the objects shot at it, but did not convert to any matter. It also reflected any measurement beams shot at it without providing any useful scientific reading. Sotsi decided to take a shuttle and build an onboard scanner to attempt to scan the essence up close. He volunteered to navigate close alone, knowing that no one else dared to join in such a risky maneuver. As he neared the expelled white essence with his shuttle, the light quickly accelerated toward him and entered his body. Sotsi was shocked, overwhelmed, and ecstatic. Yes, he had made another discovery, far beyond what nausea is. While nausea interacts with matter and creates more of it, the white essence is a far greater phenomenon. It is Zah. Zah is described in the ancient text as the lifeblood of the gods, used to sustain their immortal existence. Zah promised to unlock capabilities beyond human comprehension. It is absorbed by the soul to enhance the energy of life and allow awakening. What kind of awakening? Sotsi was unsure. What he absorbed was nothing but a sparse speck of Zah. Nevertheless, the effects were immediate. As he returned to the ship, he refused to describe what he saw and felt. It just went into the shuttle and disappeared, he told his crew. Maybe it was just energy with no significant power. However, Sotsi saw a similar faint, white light emanating from each human who stood in front of him. Zah allowed him to see through the body and glimpse into the soul. He had to hide that from his crew. Maybe he was hallucinating. Maybe he would be dismissed as the expedition leader and chief scientist in this quest. He requested to repeat the pulses that led to Zah extraction, calling it the faint white energy. Maybe he could approach it again and attempt to harness it. On several attempts, the white energy disappeared into his shuttle. He asked his crew to focus again on nausea extraction as it led to usable results. He knew he was now able to hear the thoughts of his crew around him. They were mostly complaining that they were wasting time and resources on the white energy. Nausea could be sold. Nausea could bring them riches. With an excited crew back to the extraction of riches, they started collecting nausea. Sotsi, with just his thoughts, managed to attract small quantities of nausea to him and shape it into any matter he thought of. He realized that Zah gave him the ability to manipulate matter with thought. His curious mind was excited to do more. He was not afraid of consequences. He felt power no other human being ever had. He felt like a god. Quietly for several months, he built with Nosha another extraction station by the power of thought on the other side of the black hole. He used that to expand his storage of Nosha without limitation and convert more and more of it to maximize his beam power for Zah extraction. However, Sotsi made a mistake. His station on the other side grew so large that the light emitted from it wrapped around the black hole, and at the edge of the event horizon, it reached the other side. The crew was shocked. Where did the other ship come from? What was it doing? As they panicked, they contacted the Universal Council. With haste, the Universal Council sent forward its battleships to the black hole to declare the area under military control and ban all energy extraction, fearing that the situation was not under control. Sotsi sensed the fear in the crew, reaching levels of terrorizing panic. As most of them wanted to leave, Sotsi quickly built a second ship and with the power of thought teleported all his crew to it. It was twice the speed of Hawk 2 and was directly heading back to Stanislav for safety. From that moment, Sotsi was seen as a traitor, an unknown agent working for an unknown group. In the crew's mind and the Universal Council's, Sotsi had taken over the extraction process with the help of an entity with advanced teleportation technology and a massive ship hiding behind the black hole. Sotsi at that moment knew he had limited time to extract more and more Zah, and as much Nosha as possible before the ships arrived. He realized that he did not want anyone to be hurt, neither his crew nor anyone coming for him in the battleships. With that small initial amount of Zah, he was able to strongly feel the emotions of the souls and developed a strong empathy for the living. And now, with more and more Zah absorbed, he becomes more capable than he knows. In his own panic, he realized that one of his crew members had been teleported outside the ship. With a far larger concentration of Zah, he was able to revive him and teleport him thousands of kilometers inside the traveling ship. He quickly realized how much stronger his power had become. More control over the souls of the living and space perception and precision across thousands of kilometers. He could already see the battleships, still millions of kilometers away, but he knew exactly how much time he had. Whatever power he now had could bring people back from the dead, cure any disease, and move mountains with just a thought. Anything he dreamed of, he could make real. This development intensified debates around Sotsi's work. The Balnasiers were further split. The progressives saw this as a validation of their belief in Sotsi's destined role to bridge the mortal and the divine. In contrast, the traditionalists felt vindicated in their fear that such power could not only disrupt the cosmic balance, but also attract dire repercussions from other human factions. Sotsi himself grappled with the dual nature of his discoveries. Zah, while a source of almost limitless potential, also posed significant risks. Its ability to alter reality was bound by no ethical constraints. Its use could easily lead to scenarios where the very essence of human and cosmic existence might be irrevocably changed.